Today is Saturday, September 16th, 2023, and we are in Dingle, Ireland. We are just about to push off. Our crew, Éanna, is just about to arrive here at 2 p.m., and then we're going to push off from here at 6 p.m. or earlier if we can. He's taking that long bus ride, and he's going to get here, and we're going to go. And that's because of the weather. So you can see here that we have been evaluating 3 different voyage routes to 3 different destinations. One was to go all the way down here to this port in Portugal. That would be the longest route that we could take, but we've also been evaluating, instead of down to Portugal, going to this tip in Spain, and also to this place, a city called Gijón in Spain.
I think maybe Gijón.
Or Gijón. So the story is, we really wanted to go here, but the weather didn't look good for going here because we'd have 2 days of motoring at the very, very end of it. Then we thought we'd go here, but our great friend Hazel is actually headed to here, and so she would be waiting there for us. We'd rendezvous and then probably convoy down the coast of Portugal. So that's the plan. We've been downloading weather every day for the past week, trying to figure out what to do, and today is the day we're going to go, and I'm going to show you the current status of things. I'm going to choose the saved course from Dingle to Gijón, and then we're going to click download. We activated our Iridium Go membership, so we'll be able to download predictive weather like this when we are offshore using a satellite connection, except it will go much, much slower than this. These are 4 potential departure dates. Departure number 1 leaves today at 6, and departure 2 is 24 hours later, and so on and so on. What I like about leaving today is that there's only 2% of the voyage upwind, whereas the other days have more upwind. And if we leave today, we only spend 24% of the time in winds of 20 to 30 knots, and the other days have a lot more. If we leave today, we have no time upwind in winds above 15 knots, but on the other days we do. I don't want to do that. And there's also far greater wave height on the latter departure day than there is today if we leave today. What makes it much more clear is watching the animation. Current time is now 10. That's what we're at right now. The forecast here is saying that we've got winds of 20 knots out of the north-northeast. I'm going to click on play. And we're going to come up on to 6 p.m. We have pushed off. We have 20 knot winds, 15 knot winds. You know, nice, like not too difficult conditions out of the gate. Then we have a very short period of calm, like motoring. But it doesn't last for long before the winds pick up from behind, and we are now on a starboard broad reach in 20 knots of wind, and we're actually racing to get away from all of this. This is like a hurricane kind of thing, and we are making maximum speed to stay as far ahead of it as we can. This is also making it clear why we didn't want to leave on the 2nd day or the 3rd day. Here we're staying ahead of it if all goes well, and things start to calm down towards the very end. Perhaps we'll be motoring into Gijón, which would be fine with me. And I'm just going to, because we're in a hurry here, I'm going to advance this forward, make time go faster. You can see that there's this big system there, and then there's another big one right after it. The whole Atlantic's going to blow up into heavy wind, and we want to get into the marina in Gijón before this happens. So that's the gist of it. You can look at other weather models. We just looked at the PWG model. Let's watch at a faster speed because we're in a hurry. 2 times speed. Pulling out of the gate here, this is ECMWF weather model, and it shows pretty calm stuff. Not that period of calms, actually more sailing here, but still the case of running away from this thing and making our arrival, hopefully in calm conditions. we'll see. All right, that's weather report, and Éanna's going to be here 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 hours. Gotta go. Hello. Hi, man.
Good to see you, buddy. Great to see you. Last time we were here, I was only here for like 2 hours, and we remember with the starter motor. Yeah. So
Let's go.
You will never.
Never. No. I don't mind.
Alright. Did you want to like take a shower or anything before we
No,
leave?
I'm 100% good to go.
Okay, I'm gonna return the key fob then and get the bread, and then I'll be back. Okay.
All right, and we'll push off shortly after you get back.
Okay.
Awesome. It's so good to be back, Drake. Really, really nice.
Would you like a cup of
Well, listen, I know you're busy. Like, I don't mind now.
Hey! I've just been running around showing Éanna all the stuff on the boat and realized I wasn't filming anything, so I thought I'd turn the camera on.
Okay.
And Éanna's brought
the
GPS antenna.
GPS
Yep.
antenna. Yeah. And then,
Nice. Heading out for the GoPro.
Yeah. So I left the packaging and stuff at home just to make it easy.
Great.
On the bus, but
Fantastic. Here, one of these is for you.
nice. Okay.
All right. So the wind here has been piping up really strong, and usually out of like that direction, which is like the worst direction for us to get out of here.
Yeah.
But then it's been dying down to like almost nothing, then been coming back, and
Okay.
so I'm hoping we can get a lull and just go.
Yeah.
But if it is crazy windy and we have no other option, then I was thinking of putting a line on the bow and some fenders on the port bow and motoring in forward to kind of push the stern out.
Yeah.
And in addition, taking a pole and just pushing off to get the stern to go out as much as possible.
Because
Yeah.
does she go? Is it?
She backs to port.
She backs to port.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew.
And like we don't want to go.
No,
yeah,
no,
it looks awful down there because we've got those posts there.
Yeah.
But also the dock is different on the end. It doesn't go straight out, it goes in. And so I imagine if we back up and the wind just blows us into all of this, it's not a...
No, I like your idea about like motoring forward, and if you can kind of like spring it to the back.
Yeah, and then maybe push it off with a pole as much as we can when we get the angle out as much as possible, and then just hard reverse to get out just enough to make a turn to starboard, and then once we're going in forward, then we have control over steering.
Okay.
This is our Orca pole.
This is the Orca pole?
Yeah, we have two of them.
Okay.
It's like quite heavy, very long. And it's just lashed very simply. I mean, there's just a loop that's going through back there, and then the other attachment is here. If orcas do start harassing us, then just undo this line on this pin. At this point, we started having some problems with our camera's microphone. So for now, I'm putting in some footage from an earlier time when I explained our orca poles. If we get hit by an orca, I'm gonna quickly undo that line, takes 2 seconds, and then push this pipe aft through that bowline that's not too tight. It'll go right through that. Push it aft, put it in the water, and then secure it here. Then I'm going to take a hammer that we've got stowed in there, and I'm going to hit the pipe with the hammer as hard as possible. It makes an incredibly loud banging noise. They don't like that kind of noise. We got 2 hammers specifically for this.
Really? Okay.
We'll stow them in this bag right here. So then you take the hammer out and hold on here and you whack the pipe. The pipes extend down to where if the boat's not going forward, like if you stop the boat, the pipes will be on either side of the rudder. So there'll also be sort of like an obstruction to the rudder for the...
They'll hit the pipe and not the rudder initially. Okay.
But they're loud.
Yeah.
I mean, the majority of the pipe's in the water, and you whack the thing, and it's like deafening above the water. So I imagine it's going to be pretty loud
noisy
down below. And then here we've got the hydrobane.
This looks beautiful.
This line extends to the port side there. You see it turn in there?
Yeah.
You turn this until it points right into the wind, and when the boat goes off course to one direction or the other, the vane will go down like that, and when the vane does go over on its side, it turns rudder. Supposed to steer the boat, we're gonna find out.
That'd be fun to test it out, yeah. So that looks really, really well done.
Ours is kind of unusual with its height.
Yeah.
It was going to hit this support tube, and they told me to get rid of this tube, and I tried to figure out a way to get rid of the tube, but I think it's just too structural. I didn't want to remove it, and I couldn't figure out some other way to brace it as well, so I said, no, I can't get rid of the pipe. And they said, well, then we'll just make it really tall.
I know before, having been here, like, it's been really nice to have something to hold on to as well, like the back, as opposed to this big gap, like.
Yeah.
So cool.
So, and the CPT autopilot still works great.
Excellent.
We got the D400 wind generator up there that will generate all the electricity we need if we're on a beam reach or upwind. When you're going downwind, the apparent wind is less and it makes less electricity, but it still produces a lot, probably enough to run everything, you know. And I think this will be a mostly sailing trip.
There's a good bit of wind, like, it looks...
You want to see the forecast?
Yeah, there's just a Durad vent, I don't know...
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, but anything you see that you think is like, anything you're wondering about, and this is going to be fun. It's completely silent. It really pushes the dinghy fast. You got like 9 hours of battery on a full charge.
Cool.
So that works in Wanda.
Lovely.
Oh, actually, let's get your bag stowed.
Yeah.
I got a space for you. We set up this space for you.
Perfect. That's that's more than enough. Like, you saw how much stuff I have with me.
Got your new pillow and new sheets, and then this is a wool blanket, and this is a cotton blanket. Great. And we have other blankets too, if for whatever reason you don't like these.
I know. This is lovely.
Hand soap right here.
Great.
Just a little push button thing. Oh, and this is your locker.
Oh,
that's yours.
Thank you so much.
That's what it was. And it goes in there, and this works great. You just open up the lid, put it in there.
Yeah.
We are now going to be using this fridge and freezer, as you remember before. If we have issues with having enough electricity to run everything, then this is the first thing that will turn off. We don't have it set so low that it freezes anything. It's just maintaining a cool temperature. Back here, we've got this guy. This is the freezer side, and this is the fridge side. It's really accessible.
Yeah, that's great.
Because with that one, we always had stuff all over the counters, and you got to go get something. You got to move all the stuff. But this is just always accessible. We've got lots of ice cubes and frozen veggies and frozen meats and cold cuts and cheese and milk in the fridge side, and then we've got all of our home canned meats. And in here you've got
This is the dry pantry. Yeah.
Yeah, welcome back. If you want these, are really
fantastic.
Good. Yeah, these are really delicious and very filling too.
Okay.
Watch out. It's like a couple handfuls. And
Fava beans?
It's a meal.
Okay.
Popcorn's here.
Excellent.
I got meals planned out for breakfast, lunch,
Do you
and dinner
have
for the whole voyage.
A nice Chianti for the fava beans.
We've got some instant coffees up here.
Yeah.
Sugars up here as well in this one. 2 thermoses for hot water. So like we'll boil water and fill them up and use them.
Great. It's just like old times.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Good to be back.
It is back on Paragon. Any questions about anything? As they come up, just ask away. Or this is our new watch alarm. It's different than the watch commander that we used before.
This is a louder one.
It's much louder. Much louder.
Yeah.
So just hit that red button.
The red button.
Yeah. And so we take this out and put it in the cockpit, and then the thing will go off, and you can just hit it pretty easily. Just hit that button. It'll be facing upwards. We've got a handheld VHF right there, always charged, always ready to go. We've got an AIS transponder now, so ships can see us, and AIS targets show up on our chart plotter. Radar works fine. Yeah. Oh, I am filling the water right now, and it is overflowing, so I'm gonna go.
I'll go turn the tap off.
Yeah, okay.
I got it.
Thank you. So great to have Éanna back. Yeah, it's windy. Very windy. We're getting a gust right now. It's going to be really hard to push off from here if it's super windy. I don't know. Let's see. Thank you. Yeah, you can just pull it. Okay. We haven't had cruise since 2018. Water is topped off. Really windy. I'm not liking this wind, but hopefully we'll get a little break. Yeah, it's just this wind is blowing us this way, and I've got this situation to deal with. Not nice. It's going to make it really challenging just to pull out of here. Actually, you want to see the weather? I can show you the weather.
What did you get?
Look at that. This baker in town, sourdough.
It smells fantastic.
These two, but we've already got one in the
Oh, cool.
These are yours.
Oh, excellent. Because I had forgotten a water bottle, and I was kind of going, will I buy it?
No?
I don't, but I'll use that for coffee for
perfect.
sure.
So your bananas are there. We've got like little orangey nectarine things and some apples, 1 lonely grapefruit. There's more over there.
Great.
There are 2 packets of your cream crackers.
Star.
Plus these.
Saltines? Or?
They're both. It was like fancy, like Italian, oregano, blah, blah, blah. And then I opened it up and I'm like,
This is not.
this is a saltine cracker. Anyway, so they're not bad. They're just, there's that. Okay, so all of that in there. The snack locker.
Is the old fridge?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little thing. So there are peanuts, there's dried cereal, there's chocolate, there are Haribo.
I hope you didn't mind my list of like food suggestions.
Just want to let you know you inconvenience.
Yeah, because I was like, these are the things I remember really enjoying.
I was offended.
Yeah, no, because
Greatly.
We got everything on your list.
Yeah,
And we also
amazing.
have meals planned out for every day of the
So,
voyage.
cup of noodle.
look at you and your big bad self.
Cup of noodles right down in there.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So you can just grab that. Digestives and peanuts up there.
Oh, wow.
And there's some stuff under there
Yeah.
also. So break into any of that for snacky stuff. I also have bags of cereal around the boat, and you're welcome to grab one of those to munch on.
Yeah.
I do it because like when I have to take my seasickness pill, or if
It's
I'm
nice to
feeling
have something
really
with it. Yeah.
good. Under here, I have a couple of tiny little things of ginger ale, and there's also boxes of orange juice.
Headlights?
We have headlamps there.
Yeah.
Camera equipment down here. So we've got many little tripods and stuff like that.
New binoculars, ditch bag, all that stuff. I know where that is. I know where headlights are, food, and all the gear and stuff. I'll figure out with yourselves on that.
And questions as they come just right away.
Yeah, because I remember a good bit of stuff, but like, I'll remember the other stuff. I'll just ask. Don't worry.
This is the fresh water. I mean the filtered water for drinking, and it goes kind of slow, but
It goes so slow.
That's okay.
But
We're gonna get to Spain before you fill your water.
Oh, okay.
we've got boxes of orange juice and apple juice, and
I already did that.
In the juice box. Yeah. Cool.
So we'll do this, and then we'll do that, and then turn on the engine, and then Yeah, I did that.
Okay. Weather?
Weather. We're actually racing to get away from all of this. This is like kind of like a hurricane kind of thing. We can't afford to take our time. Like if we're not making speed, we'll run the engine just to go as fast as we can, just stay as far ahead of that big thing.
The direction as well too is nice. Like we've got following seas. We might like north of Spain and stuff. We might have a lot of like side on stuff, but definitely. I don't think it's compared to the upwind stuff that we'd see if we left tomorrow the day after. For sure.
If we can get out of here, I will be thrilled.
Yeah.
And I'm a little concerned about the strong wind making it difficult to just get out of here. But once we're out of here, I like the weather forecast. I think it will be a 70 to 85% sailing only trip, not much engine. I was really thrilled when we topped off our inboard tanks and I figured out that in between Stornoway and here we have only used 30 gallons of fuel, which is not a lot for all of the miles that we covered to get here. So I'm always like beaming and very happy when we do a long passage and didn't run the engine at all, just to get out and to get back
into the dock, like.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good sail because a lot of it is on a broad reach. I think we'll be able to maintain good speed throughout the entire thing, and that's also very important so that we can stay ahead of the rough weather that's behind us. I like that all the different weather models are consistent. They all say exactly the same thing all the way down to our arrival is in lighter wind, and because that's the forecast for just a few days out from here, it's probably good. I've become maybe even better at reefing than before, so like I can reef blindfolded now or in the dark, no problems. We can go full main to a single reef and then to a double reef and then back to a single reef and just back and forth as much as we need to. We never go straight into the wind when we raise the sail. We'll even be going downwind and I'll raise the main because we have this special track that the slugs can slide so easy like butter, even if you're going downwind, even with some wind behind you. So any point of sail, what's important is that you completely undo the lazy jacks on the leeward sides because the sail is going to flop all the way out, and if you don't undo the lazy jacks, then it'll get caught.
I saw you did your lazy jacks. Did you do them recently? Are they like red lines or something? Yeah.
I changed the line there. I did that in Norway.
Good. Yeah, I'd forgotten. I haven't talked to you since Norway. Well, I haven't heard your Norway adventures, so.
We met some great people in Norway, and we fell in love with Norway. Norway's beautiful. We usually like to let the engine warm up for as long as even 15 minutes because the engine manual says don't do big RPMs with a cold engine. Like let it come up to temperature. Temperature is about 170 on the dial. Yep. So once it's at 170, we can go full throttle. So we'll start the engine, and while it's warming up, we'll just push the boat forward and adjust lines as we do it and set a spring on the forward.
So what are you planning on doing? You're springing out the stern and then you're backing out?
No, we're springing out we're springing the stern out by going forward. We will have to watch out for the bobstay. I think the bobstay might hit the dock, so we'll just keep an eye on that. We'll move a whole bunch of fenders forward, then we'll motor forward to get the stern to go out. Right, and I think at the same time I'm going to take the Svalbard pole to push the stern out if I can help it at all. You'll have the helm turned to starboard, and then at a certain point we will go into high throttle reverse.
Starboard?
Yeah. So,
in reverse.
Yeah, okay. So that'll hopefully help the stern go
but in the beginning you're going to be in forward, you said.
We're going to be in forward, but the spring line off of the bow is going to prevent us from going forward, and that will kick the stern out.
And then at a certain point, then you go into reverse.
At a certain point, we make the call, go for it, and then you...
What happens if we don't make it? What if we get pushed in? What then?
Well, we can always just go back to being docked and reevaluate.
What if we're further on?
We won't go into full throttle reverse unless we're pretty confident that the boat's going to go where we think it's going to go, where we want it to go.
Full throttle reverse and then let it glide?
Yeah. Yeah,
Otherwise
if we are underway, yes. If we're underway. If we're actually moving, but don't let go of the throttle, of the RPMs, like keep it high until we are moving. It's just that with the prop walk that sends us to port, if you go neutral, then you lose the prop walk. And if we've got motion underway, having the helm turned all the way to starboard will make the stern go that way.
But we're getting pushed this way.
Yeah, the wind is blowing us this way, so.
We walk
at a certain point, we clear that boat, and then we're gonna give it a burst of forward with the wheel turned to starboard and turn.
You want
that
to
way.
Yeah. Right?
Springland, it's so good. Yeah.
And I may grab the helm at that point. Yep. You and I will use the headsets because you'll be on the helm. Éanna and I will be on mine, so we'll be able to talk to each other.
Okay.
All right. Engage.
All right.
Check the oil, check the antifreeze, check the belt tension. Engine's good to go. All right. All right, want to go adjust some lines?
Are you flashing?
So we should move the boat forward so that the bowsprit is here.
Yeah.
Engine is on, and I'm going to turn on all of the instruments and stuff. Instruments, tiller, turn that off. VHF. All of that is on. Now I'm going to go turn on the NavNet and the AIS. They both take just a little bit of time to boot up.
Yeah, a little more, okay. Yeah, I guess you judge where to stop it and then set the line to break it.
Yep, that's her.
That's good?
I think that's being safe.
All right. Yeah, the wind's really pushing us. There we go. All right.
Nice.
Now I'll slip this one. There you go.
Gotcha.
Can you bring us forward a little bit more? What do you think, right there?
I think maybe a little more.
A little more, going forward.
Yeah. Right there, I think.
Right there.
Yeah, that looks good.
Right. So when the engine's warmed up, we'll motor forward, undo the other two lines, and when I say jam it in reverse, and you'll go pretty hard reverse.
We'll wait for a lull.
Waiting for a lull. I'm going to show you this other thing I did. I just came up with this idea. I haven't actually tested it, so I don't know if it's going to work, but the idea is that if we see dolphins, then we can have a GoPro attached to the very tip and then just bring this forward, and then you can take it like this and then put it here, and so this will hold it.
That's good.
Be a lot of pressure on that, but if this pipe holds it there, then I think it might work. Also, I'll use this to try to push the stern out. That's my idea anyway. Yeah, that's gonna work great. We'll just wait until it looks calm enough. When's the last time you went offshore?
Svalbard. And that wasn't, so it's been so long.
Jeez, welcome back, man.
If it was any other boat, I'd be kind of going, will it be okay? Well, I know things, but I'm going, sure.
Yeah.
It's coming back to something really familiar, really good, like, so. But I'll move it if I need or.
Sure. Just have to be aware of what's going on with the bobstay. Yeah. The good thing is the bobstay's chained, so it can take a little bit of tension on it, but we don't want too much on there. Okay. For me, the docking part and the getting off the dock part is the most challenging. I'd rather be in a gale offshore and reefing and there's nothing to hit, you know? Yeah, I guess your job will just be to let the slip line go. Yeah, it feels like a bit of a lull.
Feels like a good time, doesn't it?
Hey Mo! I think we're ready to go. We're getting a little lull here. You can start slow forward right now, Mo.
That's good, yeah.
Get ready for hard reverse. You ready, Mo? Hard reverse, hard reverse. Do it now. All right, you can let it go.
Nice.
We're underway, and back to that narrow channel. There's that thing that got in our way last time. I think it's a dredging machine, but it might be something else, I don't know. Mo's talking to me on the headset, telling me to pay attention. Alright, so all is well. We are underway, all is well. Red to starboard, green to port.